Hello, friends. Ever you met a person whose brain feels like he's running 10 shots of espresso, three different Wi Fi signals? Have you ever met a person who talk with multiple clients at a time with a different objectives and still he's able to pull over the conversations with each one of them? Welcome to the world of Gemini. Hi, I'm Suhas, and you are watching my astrology channel. And I give the various insights of the astrology. So, if you have a Gemini as a placement, if you see the strong Gemini placement, your inner self isn't a vibe, it's a hyperactive dual processor engine, and its mind constantly buzzing, calculating, or chartering the objective what we want to drive it. Actually, it's you are is it easy for everyone? No, for Gemini it is like a they are capable, they will handle this kind of challenge with chilling out attitude. So today we'll drive into more in the Gemini is the ultimate karma machine. Now, I called his karma machine is reason Gemini is the third sign in the zodiac. Gemini is a sign of a free will, while all other planets have the free will, but Gemini especially has got that conversation where his first external conversation starts with multiple on a client side it, or whether you are handling any kind of roles where you are allowed to do a lot of conversations. Gemini is a sign which is absolutely busy in karma. If you are not doing anything, you're traveling. It's a karma. You are traveling somewhere, one destination to the other. Life is all about Gemini, where you are always running behind from one action to the other action, one objective to other objective, or one karma to another karma. So Gemini has this importance. But at the same time, Gemini has a dual energy, shapes everything from your siblings to your career with your neighbors. This is what Gemini. It's a Mercury's child and the marketing pro. Gemini, ruled by Mercury, the planet of speed, data, commerce, transactions. This is why you're a good talker by a birthright or birth moment. You are in a good conversation. You just don't speak, you wave the webs, you create the matrix, you create the connections, and you also able to handle the glitch. Marketing profession is the energy of Mercury, but at the energy of Gemini. Gemini thrives in marketing. So you see all, I will not say most of the successful sales folks or marketing guys who create a illusionary world showing the how can a human touch to a moon or human touch to sun. That's the Gemini. They know how to package an idea, pivot a message, create a USP, unique sales proposition, unique talk proposition. They do it and sell ice to inhabited of the Arctic. So you can sell virtually, you can sell a soil to anyone, which is like freely available. Still, you are able to sell the soil. Now, what is the karma of neighbors and siblings? Third house is Gemini. Third house also governs your neighbors. So you are a bridge builder in a community. You go to talk, you create a vibes between the neighbors, you get loved by neighbors, you've been called by neighbors or siblings, love your conversations with them. You are one of who knows how to handle the local gossip. The shortcuts are best cafe. How to keep family groups chart absolutely unhinged. You are at most connected with all your relatives, all your siblings. Your conversations are extremely good, and you not getting involved. Still, you are maintaining your presence there in each conversation. Now, there is a difference between thinking and feeling, which is the shadow side. So here's a struggle. You think your feelings instead of feeling them. So when an emotion hits, your dual nature immediately splits into the boardroom debate. So one asks, should I feel this? While the other asks, oh man, what's the smartest way to handle this? Because you're constantly amazing the why of an emotion. You often miss the experience of it. This is scattering, means your mind is rarely settled. You are unstable, you are restless. Your conversations are there, you are busy in conversation, you are busy in action. But you are supposed to be busy because as soon as you become silent, the peace is not in the silence, stillness. The peace is in the action. And that's where you get unstable. And that is where reality alternate reality simultaneously. So you are constant action oriented person and you need the conversations to be there. Silence hits you hard. So why restless? Rahu and the conversation loops are very, very critical. Ever wonder why you get so restless during conversations? Because your brain process information faster than the people even they even start to think or start to talk. Your process, what is the next conversation will come, what is the next step will come. So you are busy in building the communication blocks, not stopping but building up building blocks, one and the other and the third. That's where you handle the strategic conversations, and you know what is the next conversation is going to speak, and you accordingly gel your conversation according to that person in front of you. So Gemini is absolutely marvelous in managing multiple clients, big clients. They are a good talker. Since Mercury has a flexibility, agility, that agility and flexibility also come in your conversations. You gel with every person, with every discussion on every subject, and that is where the Mercury's place is there. Now, why Rahu is getting exalted here is because there's a desire. Mercury constantly creating a desire for through communication, through travel, through some kind of sales or marketing or even what I am trying to do is all Mercury, where we are communicating through YouTube. So that's where all the conversations happens, and Rahu plays a vital role here because it is exalted. He also gives a brainy story to that Mercury. Only Mercury is great, but with Rahu, it becomes Superman kind of brain and conversation, and really manage any kind of people who get into this Gemini conversations. So they love this relentless conversations. It's a hunger for information. But I just want to very clear there's a difference between Jupiter and Mercury. Jupiter is what he speak is basically there is kind of some kind of uh, I will say some kind of processing happen on what kind of data, whether it is a data which is really useful or not so useful. That differentiation understanding and what is the crust of that information, Jupiter can speak that same one single line and he will give that communication. People feel it's cryptic, people feel it is a very to the point conversation. Mercury is also subtle way. If it is got afflicted, Gemini creates that blabbering of information also, which is he will not able to. He is a memory guy, he will memory. Gemini guy can keep the information, all data, but he used that with a smartly in a communication. But how to handle sometimes that becomes difficult for him. So there's a subtle difference between these two. So you aren't just talking to hear yourself speak, you are hunting the next piece of the puzzle. You are absolutely looking for a puzzle. You through conversations you want to handle this. Now, coming to the important point of free will. or the karma machine. Why I called it as a karma machine. So let's talk about free will. Gemini is a sign of choice because your mind moves so fast, sees so many options. You are literally creating a karma machine. What happened to the karma? Because what you speak, whatever we speak, is a communication karma. Is a karma driven through communication. So Geminis generally keep talking and they increase the karma. So where to stop and where should speak or where should not speak, that understanding Gemini can give. Gemini first, I will say, the first importance to their family, to their wealth. While they talk a lot, but there is some kind of past life actions pending, especially related to wealth, family, food, on those related. They need to be really careful what they do, what they action. They should not forget. Gemini is something, I will say Gemini is something which I see is that most difficult area they face a challenge, especially into the Sagittarius sign. That's a guru. So, as we know, Geminis are generally very critic. They love to give their responses impulsively, or sometimes they quickly give the answer. They're very smart cookies. They know everything, but at the same time, you cannot oversmart your guru, your Jupiter. So that's where they face some challenges. So hence, it is very difficult. Their major karma is to lot of conversation with the people, lot of conversation in the family, lot of conversation to balance the marriage, because most of the time Gemini gets little knowledgeable or higher knowledge having person as a spouse. And I think that's where uh, the kind of conflict happens. So that's, it's not a very problematic sign, but yes, it's a fire sign. So when Gemini gets a fire sign like Sagittarius as a badhaka, it creates a trouble. So this becomes the important karma in their life. So every customer is going to come to them in front of them. It's going to be a form of badhaka because that's where the karma is all about. But yes, they take it as a as a action. Gemini's wealth accumulation is something which they focuses on free flowing money. They sometimes get a very wavy finances. They get sometimes a good amount of money, sometimes they faces challenges. Geminis also sometimes, I will say, their siblings are little bit authoritative. Say will be little bit I will say little bit laid back attitude with the siblings are having, but they still try to manage. They still have a good relation with the people. Gemini got the skills of conversation and the speech from their mother. Mother is extremely critic, very analytical and intelligent, and that is where the Gemini is having challenge. Their relation with their mother is extremely good, and they handle that relationship with mother well. Geminis also have children which are more, they want to balance that relationship. They always faces the challenge in maintaining the relationship with their children's, or in the love life also. They sometimes the extra conversation also create some challenges. They are the attractive personality, but they faces the challenge sometimes to manage the relationship well, allow others to speak. In simple word, Gemini's biggest challenge is is how to handle the competition. They always, sometimes, or always, I will say, get into kind of a trouble to handle those competition. Their management, especially on the dates, also becomes challenge. That's an area they need to really keep a cautious eye and focus on. Gemini, as I told, partner, I already told. Gemini's another karmic action is handling other finances. It's like your karma is strongly connected with if you can able to handle others' finances. So you are in a sales, you are managing someone else's finances, negotiations on behalf of your organization, uh, project management on behalf of your other organization, or your, even if you're its own company, you always have to manage a trading kind of activity where you are responsible for someone's business, and that is where you are extremely good. So even in the this sign where Mercury is get difficult, I still feel Geminis still can able to handle, and they can become a wow salesperson or a excellent orator to handle the challenges, and some kind of cribber or clients who are which are really cribber, you can handle them. The challenge, Gemini is also have a desirable father who actually is very alcoholic, but yes, their relationship is good with them. So as a parents, I don't see a challenge. Their major problem comes into the karma. Karma is where there are a lot of disappointments they face in the work side, because you win sometime or you lose sometime. So those kind of both the challenges you handle. Here your karma is to do whatever you work and let go. Let's not too much think on it why it's happened and all. You can do all kind of post action analysis, but you need to keep yourself detached from the work, not get driven too much by the work, because you may face some kind of, obviously, silent enemies are also there which you have to manage, and that's where you need to work on. Gemini also have a challenge, especially they have been there kind of uh, I will say their kind of problem happens in the social circle, because they go and only talk about I, me, myself. So what happened is that during that the friends are there, but no close friends. All are very superficial conversations in the community, and you feel I have a good friends and all. Eventually, you might have a millions of followers or millions of subscriber on the YouTube, but doesn't mean that all are your friends. It's very difficult. They are watching your information, doesn't mean they need to be friends. So friends is a different thing where you are having a heart-to-heart connection, and that is where Mercury or a Gemini guys have a challenge. They always, I will say, give a little not so importance to the social community and understanding them, because they need to speak, they need to be strategized, and that's where you cannot become a strategic in your social circle, at least at the friend circles, close friend circles. You need to be very heart to heart conversation, and they're missing on this area. One of the area I see is that Geminis always have a challenge, and in the handling the kind at home, they become sometimes very restless, and sometimes they don't know how to handle it. One is that their sustenance is drinking a lot of water. So Geminis should drink enough water to ensure that their health remain good, because their habit, they are constantly traveling. They ignore the importance of sustenance. They eat any kind of food. They are okay with that. They want to experiment, because of that's where they are exploring. So it's important. They sometimes get at home get restless. Sometimes mothers critic nature. They get upset with that, but they can't speak on it. So this is where they need to improve. And obviously, at last point I can add is that they need to focus on their family, how they are busy in their work, but their family relationship, they are very good. They are a good oratory, and they maintain that relationship, but the heart to heart conversations is they sometimes miss, because I think that's the area there they need to improve. And I think this life they got Gemini as because of this is something they need to learn of it. So every casual word you drop, every scheme you cook up, or every connection you make is seed planted. So constantly initiating new path, constantly massive volume of activity generates this kind of karma, and hence this at very lightning speed. And you move from goalpost to one goalpost to other, and often the work over time just you to keep up with your destiny, and that's your thought. So stop looking for destination. That's my first important advice. Love the journey. You're a people who are in the journey, always in the journey. So love the journey. Destination will come which whenever it will reach. Your mission is to bridge divides and spread insight. You aren't here to find the one answer, you are here to explore the endless possibilities. So, Gemini movers or Gemini movers, I will say, Gemini movers, drink your coffee, keep talking, and remember your duality isn't flaw, it's your superpower. So hope you like my video, and if you like, just give me the like button and use the bell icon, and you can subscribe my channel, and so you can get the videos. I always regularly putting videos on this channel, and I will try my level best to maintain that with various aspects of the astrology, which I want to be a little bit unique because probably you may be like it. And thanks, and always, if you like it, and spread this video link to your Gemini friends. And if you like it, just let me know in the comment. If you like it, don't like it, still tell me if I missed out anything. So thank you so much. Thanks, and have a good day.